count of 3, 2, 1. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the next generation Ford Everest Titanium Trend and Sport.
Hi everybody, welcome to Khong Driving, and today we are somewhere in Damansara, and this is the next generation Ford Everest. So as you all know, the Ford Everest is actually based on the Ford Ranger, and this is based on a new platform which is actually 50 mm longer and wider than the previous one. And because of that, we have a much more handsome looking Ford Everest. And the other difference is, whilst the Ford Ranger is running on leaf springs, most of them that is, the Everest runs on coil springs all around. And there are 3 versions. What you see here is the titanium, which is the top of the range with everything, or as the Chinaman will say, full spec. Yeah, it's got everything. And the price for this one, guys, Ringgit Malaysia 308,888. Wow. Well, I did expect the car prices are going up, and it's happening now, guys. Car prices are going up, and the first of them to announce it is the Everest, and this one is the 2-liter bi-turbo engine that has 210 PS, and this one has a 10-speed gearbox. Of course, all of them are 7-seaters with 7 airbags. Then we have the Trend, which is 1 step lower. It comes without a lot of the safety features, but basically it's the same, with the same 210 PS engine and 500 Newton meters of torque. And that one is at 281,888. And the start version of it is called the Sport, which is the lowest, and it only features 2-wheel drive, which is rear-wheel drive, and the 170 PS, also the 2-liter engine. And that one retails at 263,888. Now, whilst the titanium and the Trend run a 10-speed gearbox with the 2-liter bi-turbo engine, the Sport version only has the 170 PS lower spec single turbo engine and a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Let's take a closer look at the new Everest, and to do that we need, Michael, you need to step back a bit and look at it from a bigger angle. You can see now, because of the wider stance and also the length, the proportions have changed, and the front here is a bit more straight, and you have very nice DRLs, and also these are matrix LED lights. So this is a really lovely looking SUV, and to me it's very, very American. So I like the grille. It's very nice and macho, and of course this very big Ford emblem right here. And down here you have this little addition that gives it a lot of character, and overall I think it is very, very nice. Okay, drill it down to the sides. Okay, just to confirm, the titanium and the Sport, which is the lowest spec 2-wheel drive version, both have 20-inch wheels, whilst the middle unit has 18-inch. The middle unit would be the Trend. I don't understand why, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So at the front you have double wishbone, which is good, and you have a huge ventilated disc with what looks like a single port floating caliper, and 20-inch wheels with 255/55 R20 wheels. Ground clearance is 200 mm, which is respectable for this car. Now, the 4-wheel drive enthusiasts will want to know what is the approach angle, and this is actually quite good. You can see there's a very short overhang in the front, and this presents a 30.4 degrees approach angle, which is very respectable. And at the back is 23.3 degrees. So this vehicle can be an off-road vehicle, although at this price I don't foresee that many people will be taking this off-road unless the car is maybe 10 or 15 years down the road. Yeah. So along the sides, this one reminds me of a very, very luxurious brand, especially this part. And you can see here, this has the bi-turbo engine. Bi-turbo means 2-liter, 210 PS, 500 Newton meters of torque in this vehicle. And you have the nameplate here, which is the titanium. Very nice lined side step. No more those metal pieces. So this one has got textured, and you can actually get quite good grip on this instead of your foot slipping on some steel bar. And here you have at the rear, so this is a very welcome change. You have also ventilated disc brakes and a smaller single pot floating caliper, and of course let me just double check. Yes guys, coil springs and a multi-link suspension. So I can give you one tip: this Everest will be very, very comfortable. Yeah, so you'll ride better. So at the rear you see a very short overhang, and this degree, or rather this angle, is 23.3 degrees of departure angle. So this vehicle will fare very well in an off-road condition. Of course, if you are going extreme, you can always do a body lift, because guys, this is a body on frame arrangement. Yeah, so it's very much like the Ford Ranger on a chassis, and the body is actually bolted on top. So it'll be fairly easy to do a body lift, another 2 or 3 inches up, and this will be really, really great. Now, let's take a look from the rear end. It looks pretty good. Okay, this one has the kick boot feature, so let's just check it. Key in my hand, and here we go. Wow, this is one of those times where it works first time. Great. Okay, so as you can see from inside here, this is a 7-seater. So you have 1, 2, 3 rows of seats, and very nice. You have a courtesy light here, and this is a power point. So you can put your little mini fridge at the back if you want. So here's a very interesting feature for the third row. There is actually a switch, and this is like one for left, and this goes down, and now I'm going to press the right. It goes down flat, and there you are. This is what the seat looks like. Lovely, isn't it? And of course the same thing for coming up. I press the 2 buttons in succession, and here you are. And that is the rear seat. And down here, okay, I'm just going to hold the light for Michael here. Down here you have your toolkit, and this is your rear windscreen washer, and there you are. The tools are nicely packed, and that's it for the rear. Okay, we are seated in the titanium, and of course from the leaflet I see that the titanium has got the 8-way power seat for the driver, and it also has a sunroof. So these are the things that are physical, and of course it also has the full ADAS system, which you can't see, but I'll tell you what it is. It has a pre-collision assist, that means the AEB, yeah, and evasive steer assist, so it helps you to steer, and also reverse brake assist, that means it also works with the RCTA. And on top of that, it also has post-collision braking. In other words, if you have a collision, then it will brake the car moderately to prevent you from hitting a secondary object. And with the system, it also comes with lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control, which has stop and go function. Okay, and with the steering, it also comes with a lane keep system, and there's one more feature, is active park assist. That means it helps you to park the car once you find a suitable slot. Okay, so taking a look at the meters now, the days of analog meters are gone. These are fully digital. You have your RPM meter here and your speedometer here, and everything else in digital. Okay, the temperature, the driving information, the gear, lever, position, and even your trip meters. And here you also have a very nice iPad. This, I understand, is 12 inches. And down here you have your climate control. And what you see here, yes, this is a wireless phone charger together with Type A and Type C USB ports. And this is your 10-speed gear lever, very nice and fat. Oh, no paddle shifters, sorry guys. And electronic parking brake. And here's the one that's very important. This one has got the drive modes. You have 4H, 2H, and 4 low. So this Everest is fully off-road capable. So elsewhere, let's look at the dashboard. This is hard surface, okay, and a little bit of soft touch here, which I like. Hard touch and a little bit also hard textured. So this dashboard is made to last. And I see here passenger airbag light. That means you can switch it off. And whilst on the subject of airbags, there are 7. That means there is a knee bag. Yeah, so 7 airbags. Very nice. In terms of the vehicle, I have no issues with it. Now let's go to the back seat. Okay, let's get in. Okay, I'm in the back seat, and okay, here's the rear leg room. The front seat is slided all the way back, and even though it is slided all the way back, there's still a good 4 inches. So it's actually very good room at the back, and the seat actually slides forward. So if you want to give the rear passenger more room, you got to slide the front seat a bit forward, and you can actually adjust. So there's about 4 to 5 inches of adjustment. And this second row can seat 3 people or 2 people if you have the center rest down. And this is the drink holder. Down here you have your aircon control and USB ports here, and also this is a 400 watt AC port. Yeah, a 3-pin plug can go in here. And of course this is all leather. And what we're going to do now is going to look at the third row. And yeah, here we go. This is how you get into the third row. I'm going to come that side and sit inside the car. Okay, here we go. And this is how you get in. And this is the third row seat. This is fully slided to the back, and there is actually no room. Okay, I'm going to slide it a little bit forward halfway. Okay, this is slided halfway to the front, and there's just nice room for you at the back. So for the rear passenger, you can actually just sit 2, and you cannot be very, very big size. You can be average size. Now, anybody bigger than me will have issues. But that's the normal thing with 7-seaters. It's like a 5-seater with 2 extra seats for you. All right then. Oh yes, and there's aircon louvers here, like aeroplane type, and that I find is a good point. Okay guys, so that's our take on the next generation Ford Everest. I hope you liked our presentation, and please give it a like and a share if you want to share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, you know what to do. Okay then, till we meet again in our next video. Bye bye.